Libra. I really wanted to do a reading for you. I felt really called and I pulled some cards for you, and they are the prayer. We have Starry Night Acceptance. We have the box, the orphan. We have Forest of Temple Enlightenment. We have Time for a Nap. Standings, I can't read it on my computer. Standing Stones Passage, Dragon Power. Okay, so I was tapping into your energy, and Spirit showed me a vision, and it was very interesting. So I was seeing you stand, and then there was these people. There's like multiple people. It was like a darker room, and you were standing here, and you had a podium, and you had like a contract in front of you, right? And you were like looking at signing it, and I saw these figures, and they were looking at you and like egging you on, like sign it, like pressuring you in some way. And I'm like, what is going on? And you were sitting there like looking at it, and you were like looking at it, and you were like, I don't know. And then you were like, not gonna say, you were like doing this with your hand, and you were like, maybe, no, I don't know, right? And then I saw you take the contract and rip it up. And I was like, oh my God, that is like huge. So whatever, okay, to me, that's not, to me, it was like you're maybe feeling pressured by multiple people or one person to sign a contract in some way that you're not totally sure about. And then you decide, I feel like once you look at like the deeper, the, like, you know, when you look at a contract and like on the dotted line on the very bottom in like very small font, it's like some kind of like crazy clause or something. And you like realize that crazy clause was in there, and you were like, no, I'm not signing this. And then you took it and you ripped it up, even though you were feeling very pressured. Like it's something, pressure was just like a major thing that was coming through. Now, the other energy that I got for you was you may have felt like you've been in a box your whole life. And it's because of some type of pain that you got when you were a child. Because I pulled the eternal child and the orphan at the same time. And this is like giving, to me, it speaks of like abandonment wounds and not feeling worthy, and feeling like there was a bunch of snakes around. Like I've seen the snake, you know, and it's like going around this child's hand. And it's you may have had to deal when you were a kid with a lot of people that were in snake energy. So sneaky, deceiving, power plays, I'm hearing games. And it really possibly made you feel orphaned, abandoned, this feeling of just not feeling worthy, not feeling safe even. And I feel like when you were a child, you could have connected with a lot of guides without even knowing it. You needed somewhere to go. I'm hearing disassociate. You needed somewhere to disassociate to, which really is giving me like, there was, for whoever I'm speaking to, there's this feeling of like quite a lot of trauma that you experienced when you were a child, that you had to disassociate to be safe. And sometimes when you disassociated, you were in the spirit world, talking to your spirit guides, imagining. There was an imagine card that came out too. And you, by doing this, when you were a child disassociating, you could have gained a lot of spiritual gifts by doing this. But then what happens, right, is that when you are not allowed to feel safe in your lower three chakras, which are all about stability, solar plexus power, you know, your emotions, you're not able to sit in those grounded three chakras that are connected to the 3D. You move into the upper chakras, which is your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. And specifically, I feel your crown and your third eye were very active. Your throat might have been closed down too, because I feel like you weren't able to speak or something, or didn't feel you could speak your truth in some way. And I feel like you did keep your heart open. I feel like you protected your heart. But your upper three chakras got a lot of activity. So once you got out of that situation as a child, then you move into young adulthood, and there's this feeling of having to heal. You're moved down into your lower three chakras to heal. So that could have been, you may not feel safe in your body. You may have a lot of anxiety. You may have a lot of fear, pain, sadness, grief, unhealed grief. And I feel like whatever you're going through right now it's a passage into your power. And I love that you got the dragon card. Like I just love this dragon card. It is so powerful. And you're passing into this power after you kind of take a nap. Like there's something, like I saw the time for a nap card and I laughed because I'm like, yes. Because you are reaching enlightenment in some way, because you are learning about how to process deep pain, connect to how to feel acceptance, how to be accepting of what's happened to you, how you got here, who you are, where you feel weakened, what areas you feel weakened and what areas you feel strong in, and how do you work on the areas that feel weak within you so that you can pass into feeling more empowered. and more enlightened with whatever this is huge, Libra. Like I can't, like this is such deep work that you're doing. You're trying to get out of a box you've lived in your whole life, which is could be a mental box, right? It doesn't have to be circumstances. Some of you could have been in circumstances where you felt trapped, because I do feel like that pressure thing that was giving me like trapped feelings. And you're breaking out, okay? You're breaking out, Libra, like you really are. I'm so proud of you. This is huge, like absolutely huge. I was like, why do I need a Libra's reading? And I'm like, oh, this is why. And it's because you've been going a long time. You've been extremely resilient. You've been practicing emotional regulation probably quite a lot is what I'm getting. Maybe meditating, maybe doing Reiki. I don't know. It just, because it's different for all of you, right? Learning how to feel safe within your body to soothe your nervous system so that you can heal old pain, because once you connect your lower 3 chakras, then you're going to have a whole like connection here. So that means everything is connected. So you're not just taking the top 3 chakras or the top bottom chakras, which most people either live in the top 3 or live in the top bottom. There's not really like, you're either one or the other, or certain chakras and not others. Like you'll have whatever chakras are weakened will be like usually connected to the lower or the upper is what I found. Not always though, so I'm just throwing it out there. Let me get some you're healing your emotional connection to things. Yeah, the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. You're getting you've been going deep within. Maybe being in solitude, maybe trying to heal yourself, trying not to heal yourself from really long-standing deep pain, and you are getting a higher perspective on this. The Hanged Man, you could have felt like you've been paused because of this specific pain for your whole life. You feel like you've maybe been blocked off from certain things, or not able to experience or let yourself experience or go after the things that you want, because you've been trying to keep yourself safe, which is totally normal, which is like, especially if you've had deep trauma in your childhood. Oh my gosh, like that's really normal. We have 4 of Wands, relationship energy, and the 2 of Cups. What is this 4 of Wands and 2 of Cups? We have the Ten of Swords next to it a little bit, so I'm like wondering if that's I know you've experienced deep pain and betrayals. That's for sure. We have the Moon, the Knight of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. Okay, okay, hold on. You could have experienced, or maybe currently experiencing, relationships that were not stable, that you felt like you were trying to give stable energy, that you were not able to receive that stability from. You could have been experiencing a lot of conflict and chaos from others. It's like I see you as like a blank slate. This is so interesting. And of course it's like Libra is like so diplomatic and able to, accommodate everyone. So this makes sense. But I'm seeing you as a blank slate, and I'm seeing people around you projecting their pain, chaos, conflict onto you, and you may have taken and internalized that and then shoved it under the Moon, which is like shoving it into your subconscious in some way. And you're releasing and opening your subconscious in some way through some type of work. Some of you could be doing some deep healing therapy. I'm feeling EMDR, or parts work, or any kind of subconscious psychology work with your own self. Like that's what I'm feeling. So you have had to, I'm just hearing you've had to be really strong. Okay. And it's affected you really emotionally. And you may have had a lot of relationships again that have been pretty chaotic, toxic, conflict oriented. And you have had to pull back. I'm seeing, because we see the Hermit card, you're immediately having to pull back and get connected to the self and the pain that you've experienced. You could have paused yourself because of that, because of the relationships that have caused you pain. You could be healing pain with your relationships too, specifically. Okay. Anything else? Can I get advice? Can we just get the advice? Yeah, feel your pain. You're in a process of healing pain. Can I get 2 more for the advice? Strength. There's Leo. I was wondering when Leo's going to come out. Leo's come out on like almost all of my readings. I did pick a card on my other channel. And Leo came out almost all the piles. And it's here again. Leo, we got Knight of Swords. And we have 5 of Cups. Okay, so we have 5 of Cups sideways. Okay, what can you see? What's incoming with the 5 of Cups? What is that? 8 of Cups. Oh, I see. Chariot. Okay, so, and we have the 6 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you have been having to walk away from giving to certain situations that you may have been doing in a more subconscious manner. Like blanket, that's like a very overall for every Libra. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And you are emotionally walking away and physically walking away, or in the process of doing that, and you're in a transition and you're moving forward. You're moving forward, I'm hearing, to better days, because you're releasing this pain. There's a releasing of the pain. You're in the process of releasing it. It's like I'm seeing it sideways. So it's like you're not, it's like you release some and now you're releasing the rest. Like it's like you're in the process of releasing it. Like I'm seeing you in the middle. Like you're in the process of releasing it. And because you're releasing this pain, you're able to finally walk away from situations that are not serving you, move forward, and I'm hearing pack your bags. So some of you could actually be moving. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, I want to get 2 advice or 3 advice cards, and then we'll close out the reading. We have practice gratitude, last quarter moon in Sagittarius. I think that's what you've been doing. You've been practicing gratitude, because this is a lot. We have step into your power, first quarter moon in Aries. Let's do one more. Oh, I got 2 more here. Talk less, feel more. Okay. Believe in your good luck. So we have last quarter moon in Pisces, first quarter moon in Sagittarius. So Spirit is saying, feel your feelings. Keep processing. That is the one way you're going to step into your power the most, is if you process this grief, and you are. So I don't want you to think you're not doing it. You are. You're in the middle of processing it. You're stepping into your power, your dragon energy. Spirit is telling me to tell you to imagine a dragon, and a dragon coming to you. I'm seeing specifically a black one, but you don't have to use black one. But specifically seeing a dragon come and you getting on the dragon and flying off. I don't know why that image is coming to me. I don't know why Spirit wants to emphasize maybe doing that. Consider like energetic ways, and you're very imaginative, whoever I'm speaking to. So energetic visualizations of you stepping into your power in some way that could be very helpful for you, just to get more comfortable with it. But I don't know why I'm getting this feeling of like being afraid of your own power, and I think it's because of your past, and that is what you're releasing pain over stepping into your power, possibly in relationships or in the past when you were a child, and you're working through that, and you have good luck. Like Spirit is saying, we're on your side. You're doing great. You're processing a lot. Take a nap. Like rest, please rest, and know that you're transmuting something huge that's going to help you step into your power and move forward in a way that you want, and walk away from the things that you don't want. Okay, Libra, I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time.